very great, Master. Welcome.
Thank you, Ben. We love your lessons. It's always good to hear your wisdom. Bless you and thank you.
Thank you.
I always appreciate you. Well, hello, everybody, and thank you so much for taking the time to join us. And as Vin says, it's a practice. We practice laughter yoga. And remember, practice makes progress. We're not trying to get perfect, right? I also had a very interesting situation that happened. Have you ever been at an airport where it's really busy and there's lots of people and you know you've got a queue for a long time and it's going to be a stress, right? Well, I decided I am at the airport and I'm going to choose just to smile at everybody. Everywhere I went, I was like, and so the cross faces, there were people were like carrying their suitcases, the kids were crying, the people were upset, and everybody was getting tense. And I just went around everywhere. I was just going, I wasn't laughing, I was just smiling. So it so happened that as I got to board the aircraft, I'd spent the whole day smiling at people. And I didn't, for the first time in a while, I hadn't booked priority boarding. Because sometimes you think, it's just a waste of money. Sometimes you think it's useful. On this occasion, I hadn't booked priority boarding. So I stood up when the boarding started, and the person from the airline ushered me forward, and I was like, no, it's okay, I don't have priority boarding. And he went, no, come. So I said, no, come, no. So let's do come, no, laughter. Come. And you go, no. Come. No. Come. No. No. You're very good at come, no, laughter. I think you're wonderful. Thank you so much for participating. So when I got to the security man, I explained, actually, I don't have priority boarding. And he said, no, we'll get you on board. I was the first person on the aircraft. What did I do? I took my smile and I laughed. I walked up the stairs, bum. I had all the time in the world to just waltz down the middle of the aircraft. So let's walk together, Muriel, through the middle of the aircraft with no heads to bow. I walked, I didn't have to go, excuse me. Let's do some excuse me laughter. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry, excuse me. None of that. I just walked. Because normally when the overhead bin is open and you've got to try and get your bag up. Let's try to get our bag up if it's a busy flight, right? You're like, excuse me, sorry. And you get to put your bag and you see everybody else has put their bag up in your cabin space. What is going on here, people? And you look around and they're all pretending they didn't see you. Have you noticed that? They're looking elsewhere. They're looking everywhere that you aren't. And you're like, your bag is in my space. But not this flight. I could just put my bag, boop, neat, and I sat down. This is good. Now, my question to you is, do you think that I created that energy because I chose, first of all, just to be at the airport smiling, right? So I want to remind you, Monday is fun day. Why? Because I choose to make it fun, and I hope that I make it fun for you. So be mindful of the energy that you are putting out into the world. Let's put our love space together. Make a shape of a heart. Breathing in. And open up that heart and send it to the world with laughter. That's so beautiful. Breathing in. Good. So now we have our smile on our face. The best thing that you can wear every day is a smile. So now that you're dressed for success, let's breathe in and share the smile. Hey! Ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ha, ha, ha. Deep breath in. Hold it and laugh it out. Deep breath in and laughing it out. All right, so this has been a very unusual few days where, you know, some people are quite certain about the Queen, and that the passing of the Queen is a moment in history. And some people feel that monarchy has already passed its time. But there's something that I wanted to share with you today, and that comes from what I saw on the wreath of the coffin today, and I want to bring you 3 of the items from it. I didn't have myrtle, but here I have the oak leaf. This was included in the wreath for the late Queen Elizabeth II, and the oak represents to us, it is quite an extraordinary thing. It represents longevity and strength and stability, endurance, fertility, power, justice. So let's do some argument laughter where there hasn't been justice, okay? All of us together, where you feel there's been some injustice. Hey! Oh! Oh! And this is the great quality of laughter yoga, is when we can rest in on our practices, then it doesn't matter what our state of mind is or what our state of heart is. We can all together enjoy feeling better, lifting our mood. I wonder if any of you have a herb garden at home right now. If you want to, if you can reach for some rosemary, we can share this experience together. Some of us have rosemary that's growing in a herb garden just outside the kitchen. You might have some rosemary growing near where you are. I've just picked this from my garden. Wow, and I'm smelling this beautiful, strong fragrance. It is so fresh and clean, and it feels to me like healing and happiness. Let's take an, imagine you've got your rosemary sprig, and now you breathe it in, taking an inhale. Inhale deeply, and let's laugh it off. Rosemary, this is what we use as a herb for remembrance, and for friendship, and for love. So when you smell rosemary, remember your friends here on the Laughter Club. Remember the love that you have for, look at all these faces as we see each other. We've come to know you. We've come to know your world, your faces, your participation in our laughter experience. Many of us will never meet in person, yet we feel like we know Christoph's laughter. Ho, ho, ho. We know Sally's warm smile. We know Elena loves to dance. Yes, we've seen Beth smiling and just being there, and Dee as well. All of you are just wonderful. And Naresh with that gentle laughter. It's wonderful. Martillo. It's just lovely. Ziva, we always love to see all of those happy emojis around you. It's just lovely. Sally as well. So when you see rosemary, breathe in the scent of the rosemary and think about friendship, remembrance, and love. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Deep breath in. And tickle the sky. La, 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 la. I would love you to do a reverse namaste now. Reverse namaste. Inhale. Bring the hands to the back and inhale backwards, leaning forward, laughing. Beautiful. This gives us deep laughing through our lungs. It feels good to laugh. Very often we get stuck in our thoughts and in our minds about worries and stress. And when our body just gives us that relief through laughter, we feel better, right? This is why Dr. Kataria reminds us to feel very good, very good. Yay! So one of the other symbols that I noticed today on the wreath was, of course, the rose. And the rose, it's a beautiful flower, isn't it? A symbolism of the rose. It's about spirituality. It's about passion. It's about sacrifice. Isn't that right? And what I'd like to say is, for us, don't sacrifice your joy to the conditions of the world. Don't sacrifice your happiness to somebody else's bad mood, okay? Because your joy and your happiness comes from inside your heart, and it is an opportunity that you have to connect. I would love you to take your left hand and place it on your heart like this. And with your right hand, place that over the left hand. And together we go, ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Feel it beating on your heart now, breathing in. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. 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 And now, you know, with laughter yoga, Monday's fun day. It always gets much more fun. So we go as fast as we possibly can. Are you ready? Breathing in. We're going to start slowly. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. 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 Ho, ho, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha. Hey! Open up your mics and let's just enjoy the sound of our laughter. Make some eye contact with people on their screens as we look at each other and laugh together. Ah! Very good. Deep breath in. Beautiful. Deep breath in. And release. Deep breath in. And release. So a reminder of what we were talking about today, that today our smile is our gift to ourselves, to others, that it sets in motion the way our day will go, that we are the custodians of our joy, and that we don't let our joy go elsewhere. We allow our joy to come up and we share that with other people. We're reminded of the rosemary and how it is a way to remember people, about fidelity and memory and all of those good things. It's a good way to commemorate somebody who has passed. With the oak, we think about the longevity and the strength and stability, the endurance, because in life, we have to endure some very difficult times. Anybody can laugh when it's easy times. It takes practice to laugh through the tough times. And that's why the practice of laughter yoga is so precious to us, because it enables us to laugh when we don't feel that we can. And then we think about the symbolism of the beautiful rose and how beautiful that is. And remember always, roses also have thorns, you know. So there's not, there's always something a little bit like life in there. Always that moment where we can be hurt, but there is beauty as well. So think about all of these ways that you can bring your surroundings into your practice of laughter yoga to prove to yourself that you can laugh when you don't feel like it, that your laughter brings you healing, and that your laughter you can share with others. And I hope that you had fun today as we were able to do all of that with our breathing, with our laughter, with our willingness to do that and to share it with other people, knowing it was come with your laughter. No. come. No. Come. So when things get confusing, choose laughter yoga, because it'll help you to feel so much better. I'm Tové Kane. Thank you so much for being part of the practice today. I hope you had a lovely time. And remember, for health, happiness, and world peace, keep laughing. It's good for you.